All right, Sean, right? We have Palantir Technologies. Just looking at it from the outside in, looks like started off at $10, shot all the way up to 32. I remember this is part of these hype stocks that were in play again during the 2020 2020 to
Yeah, the pandemic era.
pandemic era 2021. Um, it's run by Peter Thiel. He actually co-founded PayPal. So
Yeah, big the data analytics essentially
yeah,
firm.
big
And it looks like
analytics
they've worked
company.
with a lot of public, federal public agencies.
Yeah. So yeah, as a company, we know that data analytics is huge.
And only getting more huge
Yeah,
as time goes on. I mean,
yeah,
this is like this is what everyone's talking about now in business and
yeah.
trying to,
Trying to foresee the future
yeah,
from
exactly.
analyzing past events.
And also to make strategic business decisions, um, and targeted ads, all that's data analytics. I mean, so theoretically this company should be huge, but I noted that they've never turned a profit ever.
Yeah. Maybe are they
Not
going to?
not when they were private, and now since going public. I mean, they obviously cashed in on the madness, in the market in the last 2 years. But looking at their numbers, I mean, they're kind of like all over the place. 2018 earnings per share, negative 84 cents, basic. And then it gets better in 2019, December 2019, it's negative 42 cents a share. Then it gets worse at $1.19 in 2020. And now we got a trailing 12 months. Oh, yeah. Well, then in 2021, it goes in the right direction of negative 27 cents a share. We don't have anything on the trailing 12 months. So they're like kind of all over the place in terms of what they're producing for investors. I don't know if I like that. What do
Yeah,
you make of that?
I usually like these tech companies that handle this type of work.
You do like?
Yeah, I definitely do.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it should be the way of the future. I mean,
Like,
but how are they not turning a
like
profit?
I don't know if you heard a company called Okta. That's it's a so with Okta, like I'll give you an example as to what kind of data these companies are pulling. Um, you know who the most profitable person in the world is, or like one of the best customers that stores look out for?
No.
It's soon to be moms, because they say that a pregnant mom uh spends more money than the average person, or than she normally spends by the time she's pregnant, all the way into like year one.
Yeah, they're just
They're
dropping
just
cash constantly.
spending money. So these companies, they track that,
Of course.
and all of a sudden she starts getting coupons in her email saying, "Oh, this is for your baby shower," or "This is for when your kid's like 1 years old." And they follow them like everywhere.
Yeah,
So that way,
crazy.
that way they're buying the formula at Target, the Pampers, all that stuff. So that's what these companies do. They they get all that secret info. So I mean, that's valuable information. That's why Okta's so expensive, and that's why it's worth everything. And Palantir, they're getting to the database as well, to the database sector. So
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, it could be a deal. It could be that you get a good deal on this stock right now. I mean, it's cheap, it's affordable, but how have they never turned a profit? How is that possible?
I mean, it just
It doesn't make
it's like
sense.
Amazon, right? When it didn't turn a profit for so many years,
Yeah,
like 20 years
that's a good point.
until they turn a profit. But they're going to. You know that with any company, a lot of times I feel like they charge you a discount. Like hey, we're losing money. We're gonna go ahead and do our service, and we're gonna show you what we do. With the end goal being that they're gonna,
Sort of like a loss leader, and then once they get
yeah,
people hooked on their
once they
service.
get, that's always a good way to attract clients. So
Yeah, and I see they were working with various government entities, partnered with AWS. They helped the CDC track data pertaining to COVID during the entire pandemic. I mean, this is huge stuff. I just don't understand how they're not making money right now.
Maybe they don't really care about not making money now because they know they might make it in the future.
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah. So
What do you think the time horizon is on this being good, like a really good buy? I mean, a good stock. When
it's
you
backed
can
by a
expect
bunch
to
of
make
good
money on it?
people. Peter Thiel is somebody, he's not going anywhere. You want to give him the benefit of the doubt. Company's worth, see what the market cap is
15.45 billion.
15 billion. So it's it's worth a lot of money. To think that it was worth what is that, 5 times more? So
Yeah.
almost 70 billion.
Yeah, that's
one
crazy. Well, and it probably will be again, to be honest. But I mean, arguably it just wasn't worth that because
It opened at 10 in late 2020. 2 years later, it's a little less. So is it a discount or not? And I think it's at a discount right
yeah,
now.
it kind of
Finally,
does.
after all these people buying, selling, like we're here now. Maybe it gets down to $5. I don't know, or $3, and maybe they have to do like a reverse split. They have to they gotta charge you 2 shares and bring it back to a solid 30.
Yeah, bring it
I don't
back
know.
up.
But yeah, I like these companies. This is one of those where, I mean, do you have $1,000? Are you buying 100 shares?
You know, I mean, I'm generally inclined, especially in this market, to say no because of, unprofitable companies are going to just get beat. But, I guess your time horizon is a lot longer. And
they got work though. These guys, they have work. Like,
yeah, clearly. I mean, they're
this is
working with all
not
these.
like, for example, talking about Carnival Cruise. Like, if people aren't buying tickets or people aren't going into tourism, or I mean, when it comes to like going on a trip versus like buying a loaf of bread, I think people are gonna probably choose a loaf of bread. I think this is similar to the loaf of bread. Like, companies need the services. Like, a lot of companies rely on companies like these to even like go on with their own company.
Yeah.
Like, this is part of their service. Like,
yeah, so it could be put it on the watch list and keep an eye out for a good discount.
definitely.
And I mean, it's at a discount, it looks like.
Yeah, just monitor. Yeah, this is one of those where you're not gonna get angry if it goes up to $15 and you
Yeah,
buy.
and then sometimes, with these unprofitable companies, I can justify it when the trend analysis is heading in the right direction. But this is companies not doing that.
No, I know,
they're all over the place.
But let's just say just for simple stock analysis, just and seeing if the stock goes from $7.50 to $10 or $15. I'm not gonna get angry. I'm not gonna get FOMO. I might even buy it at 15, because even then, if you think $15 is a discount, I mean, if you'd like it at 15, if you think you can get to $50 or $60, then 50 is not bad.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
That might be, and I've done that with other stocks.
Just keep an eye out.
Yeah, it could, because there's other stocks that go from like $7 to $2.
That could happen too.
Yeah, so that's actually,
well, that's why I was saying, for me, this stock goes on my watch list because I know what they're doing and how important it is, and how necessary it is in this business environment, and how they're doing things that nobody else can do. They're partnering with the right people. They're getting contracts with the right people. I just don't really know.
It's funny because I didn't like it when it was going from 10 to 34 when I was seeing that. And obviously, I'm like, no, this is going up too quick. And people are just buying and pumping and dumping. And at that point, it was too high. It was too fast, from 15 billion to 70 billion.
Yeah. $70 billion market cap. It's worth more than Ford, and it doesn't turn a profit. That's how you know it's like,
at that point. Yeah.
Out of control. But
yeah, now it's settled. Now, I mean, it's believable that it's worth 15. Accounting for inflation and accounting for everything else, I definitely think that it can be worth 100 billion in the future.
I could see that.
Not today's money.
Not anytime soon either, probably.
Today's money, just in the future money. It being, and it's, so.
Well, it's going on my watch list, that's for sure.
Yeah, I like it. I like this company.
Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye out for a discount, I think.